Alright, so I'm back trying to make another video to give you guys the explanation. So, there was another person that I found on the web that realizes what this is. Like, this is world peace, okay, guys? When you guys understand that the Tartarian world was real and that it existed, and we've been lied to about everything under the sun, I'm trying to give you guys to get a comprehension and a scope of what I'm trying to lay in front of you. I have been on some pretty huge projects and I'm telling you the coordination and everything to get it done, okay? So just follow with me. I'm going to give you the first Sanborn map of 1883. So let's go on my pictures here okay? So this one right here. This is in 1883. All right, and they're showing you. And what's really kind of nice is they left some of the, like basically what we would think would be historical buildings or whatever you want to call them. And then this tree on Union Street was one of the other ways I was able to piece time together. Okay, what it actually took for them to build it. So the proof is there if you know what you're looking for and you put the pieces together. Another thing is, Pueblo only said that they had built the first train depot, and I'm telling you, here's another one with the train depot. And if you go through my photographs, you can actually see it. So let's see if this one actually has it. Right here. Draw it out so you guys can see it. Okay, right here. Let's finish drawing. Okay, that right there has to be this Union Depot. Now, there are no pictures of it. And what I see in these photographs is what I've looked, is what they built in the process. Okay, so they come back and they replace this bridge. It's just, they replace it 3 times. And then I believe it's on the third or on the fourth time, they actually put in the levee system that they basically got after the flood of 1921. So here's the other thing that they tell you, that there's many floods before this, 10 floods before this. So that slows down construction, okay? Especially if you have floods. And then that's the thing, is you guys have to basically think from 1872, when they got the train, to when they could actually really move in large quantities of material, people, and all of it. And then when you do that, you have all your food, agriculture, all that stuff coming through there, plus all the materials. I'm telling you, it's this is like the fairy tale of fucking construction, okay? All right, so that one. So let's go to this one, which is in 1886. Okay, and I don't want anyone to feel dumb or anything on this, but really, it really needs to be taught, like, so everyone can really understand that. 1883 to 1886 is only 3 years. Okay, and what I'm trying to show you is that they're not covering this entire thing all in one shot, because they talk about 3 towns being consolidated to form one Pueblo in basically 1870 with a population of 2,200 people. Okay, you do the math on it. It's literally impossible. All right, so let's move this one to the side. Let's bring you another one. So this one, 1889, it shows that they got more track laid in, okay? And this is one of the things I'm kind of wondering if they went back and they edited these maps at some time with when the years were, or if this, like, even if our chronological order of time and years has been changed, then you don't know. You know, this could have been 200 years ago is when they started this, or 400 years ago. You just don't, because it takes a long time to build. And one of the other things that drives me fucking nuts, and nobody's getting this, is the street layout. And one of the things that was hard when Pueblo had the flood, they kind of jacked up a lot of the streets, and they made it really, driving around Pueblo sometimes is yeah, it's interesting. And so what I want to tell you guys is you have to think about all of the coordination, what it took to actually go through and have surveyors mark out all the streets perfectly, lay out all the lots perfectly, then come back, build massive stone buildings in just absolutely record time, plus lay in all the groundwork for the train system, and then the electric trolley system that they had. I mean, and the electricity, all of it, plumbing, everything. I mean, it's literally fucking impossible to do this in the time frame that they had with what they had. And so what I'm telling you guys, when you really look at this and what they're fucking telling you, there's no way that they could have built this shit in this time frame. And I'm showing you guys just physical fucking proof. Like, I pulled all this off the fucking libraries, and I'm sorry for cussing, but I just went full construction on this one. I'm just like, it's fucking absolutely ridiculous that people don't realize how important this is and really look at what I'm presenting to you, because there's no way they could have built it. So this building right here, like, this was a huge marker for me, and I was able to, pick it through all the photographs and how long it took, when they built this, the bridge, and then the other one is the second train depot. And it just, like I said, I don't even know where to go with this. There's so many photographs and things that you need to see. So if you look at this, and then look at what they already have. They already have some kind of mill back here. They haven't came back in and laid everything out for the other train tracks that go right here, plus the depot. Now, remind you, this is just all in record time with horse and wagon. They had no other way to move any of these materials other than horse and wagon. And I believe until they got the trolley system, and there's no record of them using the trolley system for construction. It looks like it would have been horse and wagon. I mean, they took detailed pictures of this, and I found these things edited. It's absolutely crazy. So let me see if this is hold on, give me a second. Let me okay, so this one. This is how I was able to figure this shit out. Okay, if you come back in here, same spot, and you can see the building, you can see this tree growth of these cottonwoods. Okay, I don't really know how fast cottonwoods grow, but I'm telling you, it's within probably 20 years it took for them to get this big around all these buildings. And then if you look, you can see that they put in a new bridge, built up the retaining wall right here, and you can see that they're still on horse and wagon, but you can see this old trolley system. So this is in probably 1895 or whatever, because in 1880s when they put in the horse ones, that's the other one. They had to put in all of that and direct it everywhere. If you look, they already had the Bessemer Ditch put in. They built the lake at Minnequaw by man-made to feed agriculture and to feed CF&I steel mill. And then when you go into that, there's no way that they could have built all of this shit. It's literally impossible. So the other one they say was there was a massive brick party in 1891 to build all of these brick buildings. Okay, I could tell you that it takes times to put them in, because if you look here, I mean, it took time. And then the bridge, that's the other one. Let me see if I have, because like I said, I don't know what to show people anymore to show you guys this absolute craziness of this. Okay, so here's another one with the same spot, okay? So you can see back in here up on this hill, there is one of the steel or smeltings. They put them in 1885. This one is a huge, massive smelting plant. And then you look back in here, you can see where brick buildings were, and then they disappeared. It's absolutely, it's crazy when you really think about this, all within 30 years. I mean, it's literally impossible. And then here you go. Same spot. You can see this Victoria or Victory Hotel, and that's the crazy thing. You can find it on the map. Let's see which one this one is. 1886. Let's see if they have it. Yeah, so you can see where they added on to it too. Victoria Hotel, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is the Victoria Hotel. Look at all of these wood buildings that they had to lay in first, and then come back, rip them all out, and then start putting brick in. It's literally impossible. See, they haven't built this retaining wall. All the other train tracks are not here, and plus the train depot. And let's see, if you go over to this one, okay, you can see that they put in the Union Depot, and the Victory Hotel is still there. And you can see, I mean, you can see telephone poles come and go. It's absolutely crazy. And right here is the Opera House. Supposedly this was built in 1891 is when they had this block party. Let me see if I can find that one. This one's before the flood of 1921. But you could see they're still using horse. There's no cars or anything yet. And you can see all of this massive. Now you see in front of there all these trees, and this still is earlier than the flood. Flood was in 1921, and when the flood came through, it trashed this whole thing. So I could tell you this picture was taken well before the flood of 1921. So this has still got to be 1890. And look at the tree growth. Like I'm telling you, it's absolutely insane when you put all this together and start looking at it. This is the old world, the Tartarian world. The United States had to been like the new world of all what they could do, and that's just it. There's no way you can migrate this many skilled laborers. I'm telling you, try to do it today. Nobody has how to do a fucking thing without looking at their phone. If their phones go out, they're fucked. They have no way to survive. They can't survive. And then that's where we are. That's what they have made us because we become so dependent on the government. Here we go. This right here. Okay? I mean, look at these photographs. And then the other one with all the tree growth and everything. And this guy's wearing a hard hat. They didn't invent hard hats till the Hoover Dam. When they built that is when they said the hard hat was invented. Well, this guy's wearing a hard hat. And I could tell you that this is early 18. Remember, they got the train in 1872. So this had to have been like 75. 1875, they built all of this. That's what I'm saying. You just got to look at the evidence and know that there's no way that they could have built all this shit that quick. And then, like I said, the flood pictures are one way to look at this. And then two, what they built after, they took these pictures with Centennial. They built 3 Centennials. They had 3 courthouses. They had 2 to 3 city halls, that they had built. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, there's no way in the world. There's no way in the world they could build this fast. And then you can't even explain the tree growth. That's another one. And I don't know. It's all right there. I mean, here's a picture of Union Avenue downtown. Hey, let me pull up Union Avenue and oh, I got this one. This one is actually of the um Opera House, and it was supposedly built in 1891. Okay, and you can see that it's dirt. They got some poles up. That's it. Looks like electric lines. And then you go to let's see here. Give me a second. Let me pull that up. Like this one, Union Avenue. I mean, it's absolutely just ridiculous the amount of buildings. And then you look at like this building, it comes and goes in the next one. Let me see if I find that one. Uh, Let me give me a second, guys. Sorry. And that's the hard part about this whole thing is actually trying to show you guys um like everything, like the tree. So the tree was actually cut down back here. You can see the hill ridge. When they took that photograph, you could actually see, and that's in the cottonwood trees. And this is at Union Avenue. And let me see. Come on, find it. Sorry about this, guys. Let me find it. But look, just look at all the detail in this photograph. I'm trying to find this real quick. Look at all these buildings. This, I believe, was the city hall, like the second one they had built. And that's just it. I mean, these are all brick buildings. They built this one out of wood, and the one I'm going to try to look for is where they actually, let's see. I guess I have to pause it. I was always trying to do these videos without pausing or, I just wanted to go straight through them so you guys knew that I'm not trying to like make money off of this. I'm just trying to show you guys the reality. Like, look, here's the evidence. We have it right in front of us. And this is so important because if we can show the entire world that we've been lied to, think how humanity will feel. And I'm going to tell you right now, the children, when you guys find out the truth about what's been happening to the children of this world, If these two things can't unite you, and then two, the other one, I guess, would be the third one. It's going to be biblical, okay? I'm telling you that right now. I studied the Bible a long time to figure out a way at the last second to maybe help as many people as I could. That was my mission. You know, when I believed in God, I didn't want to live in a world without my family, okay, and my friends. I really didn't. But the reason I chose to always keep serving because I needed more information as the time progressed. And that's just it. God says that he opened up the Bible in the time of the end. The knowledge would become abundant. Not only for the Bible, but for what's going on in our world. You have to see it. And that's the thing. People have misapplied the scriptures because the time hasn't come for us to put the pieces together. I mean, the Bible, all the information that is being hidden from you. Why would they crucify? You know, that's the thing. Why would they crucify people for their beliefs if it wasn't a danger to them? Okay? That's what you have to really understand, okay? If it's not a danger to them, why are they so hell-bent on crucifying? And here's the thing, guys. You know, the Republican side, just stop with all the fucking leaders that have fucked this shit up because George Bush is, those fuckers are the evilest assholes on this fucking planet. When you figure out what the fuck they have done, you're going to want to skin them alive. And that's just it, guys. That's how fucking crazy this world is. I mean, we have to start showing truth. Okay, so here, this one, same picture. Show you, I got it off the net. You can see this wood building. Then if you go over here, you see this little either wood or brick building, and then you'll notice the decoration or the stonework that they have done. Look at the detail of it, okay? And that's well before they got the full trolley system in. Because this would have connected. Look at all of the trees and stuff, okay? All right, so this one is before the flood, because when the flood came through, this building was this gray color and they painted it. Okay, this is where whitewashing in term came from. I mean, it's how they've hidden history. And then you could see right here that they got the third city hall right here that was built supposedly in 1914. Okay, different trolley systems. You could see all the cars right here. And you could see a massive and they paved all the streets, put in all the light poles. So that's what I mean, for 20 years, that's what it would take you to build all of this up. I mean, just to do the groundwork for paving and all that when they didn't have any machinery. Okay? They really didn't. And so you have to put that into consideration. Like, what did they have available to make this shit work, to actually do this? Where did they get all the skilled labor? Where did they get all the people that knew how to do this? Because I'm telling you, when I'm training an apprentice for apprenticeship, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Because I could tell you, when I went through my apprenticeship, the first 6 months, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So people, I mean, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say. I'll keep making videos, but at this point, I'm not going to fucking not cuss or use God or any of it, because at this point, who gives a fuck? But I'm going to tell you right now, all of these old photographs that I seen, there were people that were seriously proud of their country. And that's what we have lost. Because they have done it. They have destroyed all our cities. Detroit, Seattle, Denver, San Diego. They do it by flooding them with drugs and crime and violence. And when people don't have anywhere to go, that's what they do. Drugs, crime, and violence. It's not that hard. I mean, Jesus, a rocket fucking scientist could fucking tell you that, or you didn't need one to tell you that. I mean, come on, people, wake up. It's time. And I found one of the keys. A lot of other people that have been digging have found the keys. Okay, this is very important that we figure this out, okay? Start doing your research in your own home, where you live. You're the only one that would know what buildings and stuff. And the hard part about this is it has to reach people that are about, 40 and up, because 35 and stuff, they're not going to remember a lot of this, but 40 and up, they would. And those people, that's our value to our history. Okay, I talked to my grandparents about the Depression and what they went through. When you're using lard for butter, it gets real scary, okay? When you're canning your foods you can eat, it gets real scary. And right now, they have put us in a bind. They have taken all of that away from us, all of our self-sufficiency. And they've put us in these categories, and they have fed us to the slaughter. I don't care what label you have. I don't care if you're LBG, whatever. It doesn't matter. I just don't need the shit shoved in my face. And if you want to talk about it with me, and I want to talk back about it, then I will. If I don't, I'll just tell you I don't want to talk about it. It's real fucking simple, guys. But man, it seems like we live in a third dimensional baby system. And it's gotten worse. As generations have gone by, more and more is expected out of them. It's like they can run around like animals and do nothing. And nothing will happen to them. Nothing. And if it does, they just get caught up in a system of prisons that was designed to basically, we build more prisons than anybody else for profit. Okay, so you think they ain't making money off of these people? You're wrong. And that's what they thrive on. That's how they keep their game going. Okay, I know about the justice system. I know exactly how that shit show works. I worked for it for a very long time. And that's one of the reasons why God had me do what I needed to do. He had to show me everything in life. You know, when it comes down to it, when you die, it's just you and God, okay? There's nobody else on the table. It is just you and God, no matter who you are. Now, some of us are going to have violent deaths, painful deaths. Some of us won't. But at that day comes is the reckoning, because at that time, you're going to be judged by your Creator, okay? And if there's afterlife, then so be it. If there's a resurrection, so be it. But I'm just telling you the facts of what's going to happen when you die. That you will meet your Creator. And you will be judged for what you have done. So, I hope these videos help somebody, because we're all in it together. You know, where they say, where we go one, we go all. That means the entire world. That means all the despicable deplorables in every country. Okay? Everyone that looks fucking down on us. That we're dirt. You are the people that have the strongest voice, because there's more of us than there is of them. And you have to remember that. But the problem is we can't come together on just basic laws. And that's all that govern us from the animals, is basic laws. If you hurt someone, then yes, you have to pay for it. And that's the bottom line. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Hand for a hand. How many ways do you want to go? That's God's laws. And unfortunately, because we live in an animal system, we have to do justice like animals. That's what needs to happen. Because if we don't, the animals are going to rule us. And we'll be a forgotten race, a forgotten country, a forgotten people, slaved into Satan's system of just being neutral on everything so you can conform to whatever their wishes are. That's the bottom line. If you guys haven't figured that out, I don't know what to tell you, but you're late to the party then. So anyway, this is me signing off, and hopefully you guys just realize that there's more of us than there are of them, and we need to start making more videos. Like I said, I'm not here to edit videos for hours on end to make these all pretty, and I'm just here raw. Just that's what the world needs, is fucking honest to God truth, instead of trying to manipulate everything.